Up YouTube, it's Louis here. We're looking at Bepro on the daily time frame. What has gone on since we last looked at Bepro? So ever since here I was giving you this descending triangle. Technical target was met, but I said that if you were to lose ever this 0618, we'd be coming to the 0786, and this is lining up with this double bottom. Now I can't be asked to show you previous videos where I call this, but I did call this. Even all the way up here, I was saying that if we were to lose this support, look where the last points of support and resistance are. The 0618, and then over here, slightly above that 0786, a really prominent double bottom. This is your neckline. We are sitting on the neckline. Little wick test of that 0786, and then a bounce to this double bottom's neckline and holding that as support. Not the 786. Yes, we've had a bounce from there. The ball stepped in here, and they have been ever since getting to this neckline basically. So that is why we have gone further down than this 4-hour descending triangle's technical target. The target of that has been met, and of course you have now retraced to exactly where you needed to be because you never back tested it as support. We will now go back there. Go to it on the daily time frame. Look, when you broke out here, you never back tested it as support, and this is why it made sense. And I was calling this honestly a month ago, before the new year, for sure. I don't know when we broke down, 11th of December, so very early on in December, much earlier than much more than a month ago now. I was talking about this double bottom. I wasn't saying yes, we're going here 100%. I always say if we lose certain supports, we're going to these levels. So what has to happen now is a very few things. So first of all, we need to obviously go back up. We need the 786 to hold. As long as this area holds as support, then we are good for continuation to the 0618 if we're just looking at fibs. Of course the 20 can step in wherever it steps in, and then obviously come up to it, get rejected, and put in a lower low. If you do get rejected by this 20, we don't know where it's going to go, but let's say we do come to it. If we do get rejected here, technically you should go and lose this low and put in a lower low like this, and then obviously we'd be looking at this purple line that I've had a long time in the charts, because we're looking at swing highs and swing lows, correct? So if we were to obviously lose this support, your next strong level of support is down here where we actually form this double bottom basically, and not the one but this purple line, maybe a wick down to the one before actually holding this as support. You might not even get the wick down to the one. This might step in, and that's only if you go to the 20, get rejected, put in a lower low, come down to here, and eventually get back up. Of course, if you were to lose this, you're putting in that reversal wave 100%, and if you were to lose this low, that's your bear market 100%. That's your bear market, and you would be coming to the 1618, and from losing that low, that would be a further 71% on top of what people have lost from all the way up here already. That would be minus 96%, and no one wants to hold that, of course. But let's not forget, I said once we lost this low, if we were to lose this low, you need to think about your positions, because there's a chance you do come down to here. And I think I remember in that video it's like minus 55%, or no, bit wrong, minus 43%. So it's all there. Obviously I can't tell you guys what to do. Personally, I just hold. I'm not in Bepro myself personally. I'm just letting you guys know the levels that you must watch out for. Break above this, we're going higher to this level. Break below this, we're going down further to this level. This is what my TA is all about, getting ready for every single scenario. Now, what we need to happen now to invalidate completely this reversal wave is to get above this 20 first of all, because that's what could set us back down to there. We're getting above the 20, holding that support, and then the 618. As long as we can get back above this 618, we won't continue down to the 1. This is what we need to watch out for. So if we can confirm the 618 as support, then we'll work our way back through the fibs. You can see that's forming some sort of double bottom here on the highest of time scales. You can see one bottom neckline, second bottom, just like that. So this is what I am personally looking out for in the long term. Of course, we may come down a little bit more. Let's not lie. We might not even come down to the 1, but we might come down a little bit more, and I'll show you in a second. Right now, let's get the fibs out, measuring from the swing low to the swing high. Why are we doing it from here? Well, first of all, you've come up impulsively and you've corrected, and this is where we should have continued to break this high, but you put in a lower high. So lower than this high. So technically speaking, you may start a downtrend. What's confirming that is if you put in a lower low now, boom, that's done. So how would we get the technical target once we lose this low? Well, you measure from your swing low to your swing high. You measure the lower high, basically the impulse of that lower high. Once you broke that low, which is the 1, then you go to the 1618. So that is actually a little bit lower than current price. I'm actually going to draw another line here now. I just want to look in the past to see if there was anything here. Maybe that. No. Yeah, okay, there is a support and resistance just there on that 1618. Can you see that? Resistance and support. You missed it over there. Did come down to it. Retest as resistance before flipping it to support, holding it, resistance, support, and back into resistance, and then back into support on the falling wedge breakout. Now this is still valid. Yes, I know it looks so trash right now. You're coming back down. As long as we're above this low over here, we're good to continue upwards. I'm actually going to draw a box here now. There we go. So as long as you're above this white box, lowest price is 0.00239. Top of it is 0.002858. So as long as you're above that, you're basically not breaking the low of the falling wedge. And so if you're not doing that, you're printing higher low. Like you could even come all the way to the bottom here, and that wouldn't be a lower low. It wouldn't be considered that. It'd be even, and so potentially consolidation, but most likely a reversal, because that would be a double bottom. If you can't break below the low, it would be a double bottom. So technically speaking, you should then even break above this high and obviously head back to the high, which you would do anyway out of a falling wedge. So once we break out of here, which we have, and as long as we can hold support above this, we would be putting in a higher low. And so with a higher low, you're starting an uptrend, so we would need a higher high to above this, and your target for that would be the top over here. So technically speaking, your target would be the previous all-time high over here, and our next impulsive wave, once we were to break that high, would be about 30 cent, but long way to even think about that, guys. But something to clinch some hope onto, guys. 30 cent, wow. Look at price now, not even 1 cent. If we can get to 30 cent, that's beautiful. Imagine even just getting back to the all-time highs. That's a lovely 10x, isn't it? Roughly, let's just double check that. So from current price back to the highs, 1000%, yeah, so 10x. So who in their right mind would think, is it too late to buy, or shall I buy Bepro yet? Now, of course, we know if we were to lose this low, it's very negative. But for me, you won't do that unless Bitcoin does. So the market just follows Bitcoin, basically. So that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and peace.